Hey, what's up, y'all? So I'm Matea.
I'm Terrence.
All right, so we wanted to come together on this video to bring
Yes.
some money saving tips that we use for our household and wanted to bring it to y'all because everybody's trying to increase that coin, but we believe in also as our coins continue to increase, being good stewards over our coins
Yes.
and being able to save and invest for our families. So that's really important, right?
Our monies.
Okay, so the first thing, and I have a list here, so you guys, in my handy dandy little notebook. So I am gonna start with, huh?
What was that book? What's the first page? What's that?
Oh,
Yes, show them.
yeah. So
Yes.
this is my notebook. This is my business notebook. If you do not know, I own Matea's hair extensions. These bundles right here that look so amazing,
Check
so
it
adorable.
out.
Okay, so yeah. So we actually are going to talk about a few different topics, but we're going to try to squeeze it all in this video. But as we learn more, we will be coming to you guys with new things. So yeah.
Money saving tips.
Money saving tips. All right. Drop that in, make a comment of that. If you watch this part, of course this is going to be in the beginning, but drop that as a comment. Oh, and we might be able to do a giveaway. Okay?
All right.
So yeah.
I'll with that.
So, the first thing that we have is live below your means. And when we say that, baby, what's our number one rule?
Staying in budget and not going over that budget, even if you can afford it.
Yeah.
Staying underneath that budget. Feel comfortable with where you are and where you're going.
Right. So, so how do we do that as far as our living, like our house?
Well, first off, she's like the fanatic of groceries, and
Well, for rent specifically.
Oh, for rent. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going for rent. Rent, far as
Rent or mortgage. Oh, but the first thing I was going to mention was our rule for how we decide what our rent budget is going to be. So if we decide to move, when we do decide to move, and how we decided on the house that we're in right now is one of us has to make 3 times that rent, just one person. Right. So here, at the time, I was like, okay, so he drives trucks and he makes a lot more, but I am also an engineer, so I make good money too. But I said, okay, baby, when we move this time, I am going to get the house, and we're both on the house, right, but it's going to be based off my income. So we always make sure that off of one income, so he has his income and I have my income, and we make sure that I at least make 3 times the rent that we are living in. So we always budget off one person's income. And I absolutely love that because, of course, I have my income and he has his income. And the reason why we did this is because this is my first year, baby, my first year of being an engineer. It's actually just passed, so my year of anniversary, so I'm thankful for that. But I wanted to make sure that I wasn't, just because I was making more, I didn't want to just be spending more. And of course, Big Daddy, you know, he drives trucks, he's the owner operator, so he is, you know, making good money too, and we wanted to make sure that we're being good stewards over that and not just increasing our bills, and then it feels like, hey, we make a lot of money but we're not saving anything, or it feels like we're still paycheck to paycheck like when we was like 18, 19 years old. I know, those are the crazy days, baby. So making sure that you base your rent or your mortgage off of one provider's income and 3 times that. So you want to make sure that you make over that. Also, what's another thing? You want to say something?
Which is safe though, because you know when two couples come to
it's okay.
When two couples come together, right, and we've been rocking for a long time.
High school days.
There are people out here that just started together and they both got the jobs, they got this, they got cars, they got this, and when, you know, Lord willing that nobody lose their job, right? Since the COVID-19 done destroyed a lot of homes. Yeah. And there are people that have been acting, they be like, you know what, I got my baby got this, he got this, we gonna ball out, you know what I'm saying? Right. But it gives the other person, if it does happen, you know, you don't know what life will knock you out. But if it does happen, you have that other person on that side of y'all. Y'all say y'all love each other. then you would step. They be like, well, you know what, baby, I got it. I got my job. My job is still bringing in money. I understand what happened to your job, but you know, in the meantime, whenever you get yourself on your feet, then you get yourself on your feet. But at the end of the day, we still in our means, because if that one person could handle all the bills in the house, then you don't have to worry about, I gotta go do this, or I might lose my house. You know what I'm saying? You got that safe that safe haven right now. And when you do that, that means you will manage your money a lot more better than you both of y'all just balling out. And it's okay, don't get me wrong. We ball out sometimes too, but we do it in a manner of, if we can't do that 3 times, then we can't do it at all.
Right.
So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, baby, and I love that because, you know, we've been together for a very long time and we haven't always been as stable as we are right now. I mean, we were, baby, I remember when he was working just a grocery store job. I was working just like a regional position that didn't pay anything. We were like 18, 19 years old and we were living on our own and, you know, things got tight. You know, we already had a little one at that time, so and then things did happen, you know, whether it was we were trying to get better jobs and then things just didn't work out, or, you know, just the transition of life. And it's really important that you don't put extra stress on your partner, or you guys don't put extra stress on each other, because we don't believe in like gender roles, I guess, as far as
she can make more money than me, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it depends on that person though. You know, some people have their ego, and you know, you can't change people's ego, and that's something you gotta deal with them.
That's true.
You know?
But one thing is like, it's not just, I don't just depend on him. I make my own money, and I also think about when I spend my money and how I choose the amount of money I want to make in the jobs that I apply for. I decide that on our family and for you, because I want to make sure that, hey, if you decide that, hey, you know, we're gonna get you're gonna go ahead and get your truck, I want to be able to say, you know what, let me match whatever you got. Let me match what, you know, you putting down on that, or you put that on there and I just drop this in the savings. So that's like our mentality on how we're doing it. And so I feel like that's really important, because it really makes you feel and know that you do have a helpmate. And I believe that that is the purpose of 2 people coming together, is to be able to help each other. And now, of course, he is, you know, my fiance, my soon-to-be husband, and I love that he can take care of me, and I love that, you know, he is a man, he stands up on his own, but I also want to be able to do things as well. You know, we always talk about Big Daddy pays for the vacation, and mommy, I spend money on the vacation. We going to do this, or if I want to go swim with the dolphins, or whatever the fun things that we want to do, we want to make sure that we have overflow for that. So that's the reason for that. Also, we are able to save more. You guys will be able to save more if you go off one person's income. You can save more as far as like, hey, even if you still split everything, if you split everything in half, or if Big Daddy pays for everything, whatever it's gonna be, it's just like, hey, you know, you can save more. You know, I think it's a whole lot more comfortable if, you know, when school time comes up, we have school supplies, we have two little boys, and you know, that's so important. So go ahead, baby.
I also have one question. Okay, I understand. I don't know. You know, a man is supposed to handle all the bills. I understand that. I just want to put it out there like this. Females, women, the women I'm talking to, the women, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I understand the man take care of all the bills, but you still need to put something to the side for your man. Because at the end of the day, sometimes a car or a small thing that, you know, AC or whatever in the house break.
Okay.
Y'all need to put some money to the side.
True.
You be like, look, baby, I need a little extra on this light bill. I gotta go buy this part.
Right.
Either for this
if
car
you're taking care of everything,
or for
we
this
should
AC.
be able to. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't just ball out like that. And don't get me wrong. I know y'all be having y'all little fun and whatever, makeup or hair or whatever. But just save a little bit to the side.
Right.
It could be just.
So I just wanted to jump in here to kind of tell y'all about how he keeps mentioning this AC. So stay tuned for the story time that is within this video, because he's low-key throwing a little bit of shade. Back to our scheduled program.
For you, or your, you know, a rainy day or something like that. but save it to the side because us men, we will not be. We pay for everything. All we want to just chill, relax when we can, play our video games. But please, just just put a little to the side. Don't tell us, but just put a little to the side. And we ask, hey baby, we need something. Of course you're gonna ask, what is it for? Why? We don't ask y'all.
Yeah,
but
you don't ask.
Still, just put a little to the side because you'll never go wrong. Never go wrong.
Right.
I got stuff to the side and I don't tell her because I don't even want to mess with it.
I ain't know that. We all learning something new in this video. Anyway, let's go to the next topic. We spent like 10 minutes on that topic.
It's okay. It's not wrong with that. It's
Right.
talk to the peoples.
Okay. So the next thing is we try to make sure that our reoccurring bills are extremely low.
Yes.
So we look at the necessities, which is lights, water, if you have mortgage, then your homeowner's insurance is going to be in there. But if you have renter's insurance, everything.
Well, your rent is separate. Water separate. Gas separate. Home association separate.
Yeah.
And you got all those are the main ones right there. Then
Your
you gotta
necessities to actually live in your home.
Yes.
Not the luxuries, not the things that, hey, I can still survive, if I have these things. So we're kind of talking about those. So keeping those bills as low as possible. So one thing that we were looking at is, so our light bill had got up to $306, and that may not seem like a lot to y'all, but we have a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and so the thing is like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it? It's never been that high. So then we had to kind of evaluate, and one thing that you can do is you can look online if you have an online account for your the company that you have your utility through. I like my pencil. Okay. So the company that you have your utility through, I feel like a teacher.
You're my teacher.
Yeah. Anyway, but so whoever you have your utilities through, they should usually be able to tell you where you're using the most. And so I can look at that every month. I look at the projections that they send in the emails, and it'll usually say, hey, you're on track to pay this. And if I notice that's too high, I'm like, baby, look, we at 245 right now, and we still got 17 more days of the month. You know what I'm saying? So it don't make no sense.
You get popping with them candles.
Right. So we were just like, okay, cool. So one of the things is I also have there's a loft in our house, and it's my studio. So up here I have to make sure I always have hot irons, coloring irons, my ring light, everything plugged up. And now I just keep that all on a power strip. And those power strips you can get, and they can be they can help you with your energy usage. And then guess what? I just come in and I unplug all of the power strips and anything that I'm not using. And that's another thing is we didn't realize that, that when you have things plugged up for days and days and months and you're not even using them, that is using energy. So we started going in, unplugging everything, like unplugging the laptops, unplugging the 19,000 tablets that we have in here, phone chargers that we have in like every port of every room, just to make sure we always have our phones charged. We started to kind of like condense all of that. If we're not using the TV, now we have like this thing where if we flip our switch, it's like it's not even getting power to it. So I really, really like that. Also, you can buy these little outlets, and the outlets are power saving as well, and you can put those on a timer too. So I really like that. And as Terrence was saying, he was saying that you can also put your TVs on a timer to not only just cut off, but you can put the outlet on a timer to where it's not drawing energy either.
Yep.
So we really like that. Also, we noticed like our kids were like leaving the light on in their closets for days, and we were like, have you lost your mind? Like, what is going on? So we started to talk to our kids and make them more conscious, and they're 4 and about to be 11, so they are old enough to understand, like, this is our goals. You guys want to have a great time. You guys want to go to Hawaii. Joseph keeps saying he wants to go to Hawaii. So we have these things. We start to like teach our kids also to be conscious of the things that they're doing. Not that, we can't afford it or if it's a money thing, but just to not be wasteful. Right. And that goes into our other tip as far as, so we'll go into that later. Another thing is we don't pay for cable. We pay for internet. Internet, it's like, how many we have? Like 250. That's our speed, 250 for the internet.
I'm not sure.
Or 300.
I'm not positive.
I think it's 30. I think it's
I don't want to
250.
get the line.
Maybe it's 200. I'm not sure. But around there, and that's enough speed for everything. I mean, I work from home, so the boys are schooling from home. They're able to do what they need to do, and that's fine. So instead of paying for cable, we just pay for streaming services. We started to kind of get out of hand. We had Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. I mean, just so many streaming services. I was like, this is not saving us money if we have not looked at these streaming services in forever. So we started to go in and look at like, okay,
the ones we really want.
Yeah, and which ones are we actually using? Because Disney Plus, I was like, oh my God, I was so excited for that. But then the kids weren't watching it. We weren't watching it that often. And so we were just like, if it's a month that's gone by and we're not using it, we don't need to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So I went through and I actually now, so one other thing I want to warn you guys about is sometimes with subscriptions, they will just hit your account at odd times and you may not even know exactly what they are. So what I started doing is I started paying it through PayPal, and PayPal shows me, I can go in to see like my reoccurring subscriptions. And if I see like, I don't know what that is, or I haven't been using it, I will unsubscribe in a minute and handle it that way instead of disputing it with my bank and then having my cards on all of these different platforms. And, you know, being in IT, you start to know like people can hack your shit. Shit, if I can program and hack some shit, I know somebody else can. So I was just like, no, buddy, I'm not going to be putting my cards in all these different places. So I try to condense them, whether it's like able to pay through different platforms like PayPal, where I can have multiple and control what subscriptions are coming out and cancel them at any point in time, because you will forget and they will keep charging you. They will keep charging you.
Cut it off.
Right. And then sometimes even when you cut them off, they'll sneak and charge you too. So you got to be careful of that. And I actually had that happen with
Okay, so you guys, during this clip, I was actually explaining a subscription that I had with a really popular company that didn't work out well. And I had mentioned the company name a few times, and we don't need those problems. So I just wanted to remove that, but continue on.
dollars was coming out, and I felt like it was coming out so much. It was like 2 different subscriptions for like $20 or $7. And I was like, oh, it's only $20. It doesn't matter. And then Tears was like, baby, if you don't check and see what that is. So I went into my account and I saw
add up so
it does. And I had paid for like 6 months. 6 months on 2 different services that were 20. That was $40 a month that I was just like, you know what, whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's just that. But no, that adds up. And I don't want to pay for anything I'm not using. So that's really, really important. Also, so limiting your streaming services. Do not, or try your hardest not to create reoccurring bills. So
I got one for you guys. We almost did that. And you know, coronavirus and all that, and but in our minds, we wanted to go get new cell phones.
Yeah.
So, but our cell phone bill is like what, $80, $83, some change like that, with taxes. But the phones we was gonna get the new iPhones. Yeah. She wanted like 3,000 million gigabytes.
Cause I need it for filming.
And that's what she wanted. But and then my phone was gonna be a little cheaper because I already don't have all the stuff. I already don't need it. But it was going to be a lot more money than what we was normally paying a month.
Right.
But we was like, you know what? Maybe that's safe for it. Buy the phones out and just get the service. Right. That way we just pay for service.
And actually, so our
service
bill
is cheaper, but
it was gonna end up going from like 83 to like 210, and that wasn't with taxes and fees for our individual phones. And I was like, it really doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to do that. So I actually went through my phone and I found that there was like an editing app that I was using that was holding all those large files, and I kept feeling like, oh my gosh, I need to like change phones, you know, because sometimes I film a lot on my phone because it's like really great quality, and then we're gonna have to make an investment on a really great camera, and we were like, I don't really want to drop that right now. So of course, trying to be like money saving tips, phone bill to go up to like 210. So we were just like, we're not gonna do that. That's insane. So I ended up deleting this huge app, and it opened up a whole bunch of space on my phone. And thank God I didn't make the changes to upgrade on the phone and just pay more money out of convenience, because, thank you God, I ended up being able to still film on my very same phone. So try to find out, exhaust all options before you take on reoccurring bills. If it's something that you absolutely have to do, like the easiness of your life. I mean, it's not even just easiness, but if you feel like you absolutely have to have this, then you make that decision based on you. But that wasn't something that we needed, and I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, that was a good decision.
And also, I don't like paying on phones. So all of my iPhones I've always bought straight out. And I was happy about that, because I feel like if I can't buy it straight out, I can't afford it. And that's just that. So it is what it is.
Oh, what's next?
What's next is, okay, cable and internet.
I want you to-
$80. Okay, so that was like phones. So
I want
cool.
you to explain this one. Explain that one to me.
Okay, so if you guys have multiple cars, well, I don't care if you have multiple cars on your car insurance or just one, every few years you need to be shopping around your auto insurance. And I tell you why, because they always say that you should do that, because a lot of people don't change. As long as their company's been good, they got good customer service, they're like, hey, let's just check it out. But you don't realize the money that you could be saving and the additional benefits that you could be getting for the amount of money, because the tenure in which you've been with that company does not allow them to give you a better price. Sometimes it may go down, but you also got to think that, look, every 3 years things fall off of your driving record. So if you've had a speeding ticket or an accident, it's going to fall off. So if you see that it's going down, don't just take that as, oh, hey, yeah, they're giving me a discount. No, shop around, because there are so many other companies out here that can offer you just as great or more benefits for your, when it comes to your insurance. So I say shop around your car insurance or insurance at all. Mainly just auto or renters. That's pretty good too. What's another thing? All right, so pay your bills on time. Okay, I know that there are certain bills that you might be like, you know what, I ain't gotta pay it this time, I'll just double up next month to have a little extra money in your pocket. Do not do that, because listen, those late fees add up. And guess what? You start seeing all these fees on your bill. It makes it difficult, for one, because we know that there's been a lot of class action lawsuits as far as like big cable companies or companies in general adding fraudulent fees onto your bill. And I don't want to name them, but I know that I've had that happen to me. And then guess what? They had their class action lawsuit. Thank you, Lord, because y'all wasn't doing right. Okay? Y'all was not doing right adding them fraudulent fees onto my bill. And then you call them about it, and they got every excuse in the book. It never gets settled, whatever. So to avoid that and being able to see what you're averaging every month for that bill, pay it on time so that you don't have to worry about unnecessary fees. And then you can spot when somebody is not doing you right. So as far as like adding fees that don't matter. We had a streaming service on our cable bill that we never even used. It was like $14 a month, and I was so annoyed. I was like, who added this?
Probably one of them kids.
No, you have to get permission. Like, that's something they would have to have done. Somebody in the call center probably was like, we gonna add this shit on there. Get a sale today.
That's not
Lord
good.
forgive me, but it's the truth. So late fees add up. Also, credit. Credit is very much so important. We are on our new credit journey, and we are so thankful.
Thanks to her, because she did her research, and listen. There are things that if you let the individual spouse or whoever you with listen, because I did not listen like that. So if you listen, things work better in relationship wise. So when it came to
and that goes both ways.
Yes, we
all have different strengths. Sorry to interrupt you.
When it came to us to the credit situation, I really didn't know anything about it. She did, because she's been through it or whatever. Me, I like to use cash, boom, don't worry about the later part. I'll just pay cash. But when it comes to you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, I did not know. I'm not sure how it is, but I was hearing from another person that works at a car dealership, and he said, no matter how much money you got, if your credit ain't good, you will not get that car. And that made a lot of sense to me. It was like, hey, I got the money in my hand. I got 20 bands in my hand. Why I can't go get this car? It's not like that from a dealership. You might go mom and pop shit. Mom and pop, boy, they give you that car. Boom, you good. You gone. But if you go to a car dealership and you want a brand new car, they're not going to give it to you. No matter how much money you got. If your credit's A1, you might not have to put nothing down.
And you still have a low payment.
Exactly. So
which is in decreasing your overall monthly expenses, which is so important. So we will talk about that as well. So in the tips for your rent, keeping your cable low, and the reoccurring bills is you want to keep your monthly expenses, if you can, less than 30% of your income. And that's for one person. Remember, we talked about the one person. So we try to keep that as low as possible, you guys, because there is nothing like just having a ton of bills hitting you every month. And I don't care about that. And let me tell you another thing. So I know that you may care about what side of town you live on. Now, don't get us wrong. There are certain sides of town that we're not going to move in. We're not going to do that. But there's another side of town that we met on this side of town. My grandmother lives on this side of town. Your mother lives on this side of town. We know this side of town very well. It's not a bad area, but there is a lot of us and a lot of, it's a lot of us there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people attribute the quality of a neighborhood of whether how many of us we see or, minorities that you see. Look, we look out for each other. And that's just the truth. Like, I peep my neighbors and they be peeping me. And so there's been times where I've had issues with my tire and they've helped me out. And so I really want to stress that, like, don't stray away from a neighborhood trying to live above your means or trying to separate yourself from the people that look like you. So we do live around a lot of people that look like us, but we also have a really large place for the amount of money that we pay. And it's great. What else? It's very, very spacious. And like we said, we have a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. And that's kind of like, even in houses, you really don't get that often. So we were really happy about it. And we made the decision to make this step and say, you know what, this is easy. This is dirt cheap. We're going to be able to do this. We don't ever have to worry about how we're going to do something. We have more than enough for groceries and stuff like that. It's still great for our kids. And so I just want to stress that if you look, you will find these hidden gems, you guys. Don't feel like in order to get the best of the best, you have to pay the best of the best. Pray about it before you make your move, and God will provide you everything that you need well beneath your means. And that does not mean that he won't increase your means, because he has increased us even while we have been living below our means. So know that for sure. And another thing is if you're worried about like the school district, so our school, the school that my son would have been going to was a D-rated school, and it's getting better. They were really working on that, and they had a plan of action. You can send your kids to that school. I chose to say, you know what, I'm going to send him either to a private school, or I'm going to send him to a charter school, or, put him in the education lottery to get him in a better school. And you have to do that, if that's what you want to do. But guess what? I did that. He got into an amazing school. And then my little one, who's about to be going to school, is a shoo-in for that school as well. And it's right around the corner. It's not like right around the corner from us, but it's really easy for me to get there. And I'm really happy that I did that, because I'll tell you this. So before my son went to the school that he's in right now, I forced him to be in a particular school, and that school was an A-rated school, and it was not a lot of kids that looked like him. And he went through a lot of stuff. He was bullied. He was told that he wasn't created the way that God he was supposed to be, And yeah, my eyes are getting red because, so I just say that don't think that your kid can't get a great education because of the certain area that you live in. Don't think that they have to be around people that, don't look at them, you know what I'm saying? Because as much as it sounds like, of course you would want them to be around kids that look like you, but no, sometimes we know what our communities typically get into, and you try to avoid that. But understand that in avoiding that there's a whole host of other issues that can come along with those. So you may have to move, you may have to try things out, and you may have to move and get find what's best for you and your child, but you can still do that. So yeah, let's see. Oh, credit cards. Make sure that for all of your credit cards, everybody says 30%. I say keep your usage underneath 15%. Focus on that. Also, review your credit every month. I get something in my email, my credit card company, I go in, I get notifications when there's been an inquiry on my credit, when there has been any type of change, so that I know what I need to do. And in that, don't wait to dispute. I got something that was put on my credit, and I didn't know where that thing came from, and it was for $90. And I was like, man, I could go ahead and pay this. But I was like, no, I don't know what that is. And I disputed it, and it came right off. So y'all, dispute, dispute, dispute. And let me tell y'all something else. So TransUnion and Equifax.
All right, y'all. So I end up saying Equifax, but what I really meant was Experian. I'm not sure about Equifax, but if I do happen to find that link, I'll try to leave that down in the description box. So
Actually have direct sites where you can dispute from. So go downstairs. Another way that you are able to save money is learning about credit yourself. If you feel like you're not that good at it, like Terrence, I have had companies work on my credit, and I've paid attention. I've asked questions, and I've paid somebody $100 a month. I've paid $60 a month to get help. And I was asking questions. I didn't see the results that I wanted. So I said, you know what? Let me use what I learned from them and apply that myself. And it has been going wonderfully. I get notifications. Your score has went up 46 points. Your score has went up 16 points. And it's trial and error. You know what I'm saying? As long as you are paying on time, focus on like your debt to income ratio. If your goal is to either do investment properties, also buy a family home, like whatever it is that you want to do. So focus on your credit and dispute, especially medical bills. You guys, dispute medical bills. If you have not heard that, so I used to work in insurance since I was like 19, and now I'm in a different industry, but the HIPAA laws prevent those insurance companies and medical providers from providing the necessary details that they need to verify that that debt is yours. Because what they do is when you dispute that case, they say, look, you need to provide the fact that all the documents that they need to, verify that it's you and that belongs to you. And if they share those details with a third party creditor, that is a lawsuit. So I would say it doesn't work all the time, but I will say that 2 of mine got deleted and
2 of mine.
2 of yours got deleted. Yeah. And this was I did it within 30 days. 2 came off mine and 2 came off his. So
yep, quick.
You guys, it works. But mine really wasn't mine. So I'm gonna tell y'all that. Mine really was not. But yeah. So I just wanted to let you guys know that shopping. Another thing that I was gonna say is how we shop is very different. So I remember when we had our first apartment together, and we were spending what, $4 in the grocery store, and we had one baby then. One baby.
We was buying snacks.
I know it was cereal, snacks. Just like random shit.
That's all that was. It was snacks.
All right.
Now we buy about $300 to $400 worth of food.
Right, and we have a household of 4 now.
We don't have any snacks.
What?
We have snacks, but we don't have snacks like we used to.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying, we buy food.
Yeah, we buy food.
Now. And I guess as you get older, as you see what you really need in a household with 2 kids.
Sorry, y'all.
I feel like you'll learn.
Yeah.
It's a process because They always say if a woman send a man to the grocery store, we ain't gonna come back with what's on that list.
That's true.
We're gonna come back with what we want.
That's true, but at the
Because at the
same
end of the day, we
time,
are spending our money. So that's probably why we do it.
y'all, Terren's showing out today.
That's probably why we do it. But
Anyway, so yeah. So I would say make sure that you evaluate the grocery stores in your area. So 2 grocery stores that we personally love in our area is Aldi's, and
say
Little.
it right. Is that I don't think that's the right.
It's
Is
Little.
It the right pronunciation for that?
Y'all, if y'all know what we talking about, it's Little. It's kind of like, it looks like a Little.
Something like that. I don't know. But the name is funny.
It's
like
Lidl.
It's
Is it
Aldi's cousin. That's what
Lidel?
it is. Huh?
Is it Lidel? I don't know how to spell it.
It's the same
it sounds like it looks like Little. Okay.
It's Aldi's cousin.
It looks, yeah, but it's not the same
Just
people.
like it.
But they have really great brands.
They do.
They have really great, inexpensive brands. It's really easy to find organic and whole foods there. It's great. Actually, Aldi's actually owns Trader Joe's, if I'm not mistaken. So,
yeah, like brothers.
Yeah. So evaluate the grocery stores that you know in your area and see if you can find, they won't be the same brands. They won't, but you'll have to pick and choose, like, this works for me, I can deal with this doesn't. Terrence said he can't do the knockoff chips. I said, all right, but we could do the knockoff cereal. Really, it's not a knockoff cereal, it's just its own brand.
I did have the knockoff chips when it came to Aldi's. Aldi's had some cheddar, cheddar cheese or something like that. And it was good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But normally, I don't like that. I like to have the real deal chips.
Yeah.
And, sour cream, onion, or whatever. Barbecue, or I like them was it sweet what? Southern?
Sweet Southern barbecue.
Yeah, them things is real. Check them out.
He put me on, y'all.
Check
I was
them out.
like, Lord.
If you got that and some ginger ale, oh, man.
He sound like an old
cold
man.
ginger ale, I'm trying to tell you.
All right, y'all. So yeah, I really, that's really good. We have actually switched over to plant-based, which is perfect because we get fresh.
I knew she was gonna see that.
Y'all.
I knew she was gonna say that, but yes, we did switch over to plant-based, and guess what though? It's actually really good.
It is.
I really thought that I was gonna have a problem with it. But I made some burgers, some French
fantastic.
fries.
Terrence really couldn't cook that.
Just go on YouTube, guys. I mean, hey, if you don't know how to do it, just try it out. I mean, don't knock it until you try it. And I did knock it, and I was like, it's gonna be nasty, and I ain't with it. But
he never said that to me. He was like, baby, whatever you want.
That was inside my heart.
Whatever you feel like it's gonna be healthiest for the family, we going to. All right, baby.
Yeah,
he said yes every time.
I tried it. But it was really good. I really was satisfied. Matter of fact, guys, she made this wrap. And she didn't want to tell me what was in it. Which I understand because I probably wouldn't have ate it. But I ate it, bit into it. It was good. Then I looked at it and I realized what it was. And you want to tell them what's in it?
It's hummus. I put the red pepper hummus in at the bottom, for moisture, kind of like minis. So I put the hummus down at the bottom. You put some cilantro in there, and then you also do chopped up cucumbers, tomatoes, feta cheese, and I put some lemon pepper seasoning on it, a little sprinkle of balsamic vinegar, and I wrapped it up really good, and it's so good, y'all. And it was very filling, wasn't it?
It was filling. It wasn't to the point that you wanted more food.
Yeah.
It wasn't a point that you needed
You didn't feel
more
uncomfortable. It was like a healthy food.
It was healthy, and it was something that wasn't heavy to sleep on. If you wanted to go to sleep after that, you can actually go to sleep. It wasn't nothing heavy. So that and French fries. We had that and French fries in the oven. It didn't have any grease, so
No.
it was in the oven. But it was pretty good. It was it was just another choice where you can go and still feel good after you eat. Because I know Thanksgiving food, boy, will have you
Slump.
slump. You just out cold. Couldn't do anything else. That right there, I could ate that, went outside, do some work in the car, came back in, played with the kids, and went back to bed.
Right.
But it's just plant-based is a really good choice, and it actually brings out you have a lot of energy. You're not sluggish and you're like No, you actually really feel good after you eat it.
Yeah. And ladies, if y'all want a separate video on like benefits of me going plant-based, I will be happy to share that with y'all. But I know there might be guys watching, so I don't want to go into that too deep. But
Well, plant-based, I'm seeing nothing wrong with it. I mean, if they want it, then...
right, but there are also benefits like as a woman that just matter for a woman.
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
Yeah. So
yeah, guys. Plant-based.
Plant-based.
Really
Also, since moving over to plant-based, I know at first I was like, you know what, it's going to be an investment because our grocery bill might go up, or it's probably going to go up, you know, and so all of that, I just was focused on that. But at the same time, you guys, if I could give you one thing, whether you're plant-based or not, it is to plan your groceries off of the meals that you're going to be cooking.
Yes,
so
plan them.
we used to just
can't
go grocery shopping and be like, oh, we typically make this, we typically make that. But guess what? Every day we was going out like, we ain't got no ketchup. We ain't got no salad dressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it didn't matter then because it was like, all right, we'll just grab it. Ain't no big deal. But those trips add up.
Yes, they do.
Especially when, so if you go, yeah, it adds up. Y'all, I'm kind of like choking on some saliva. But, agua. Bueno tomar agua. Okay, so yes, plan your meals. So now I have meals that we want to try, and I just research those on like a Saturday, and on Sunday morning I go in and I write down all of the ingredients that I need. I try to get like meals that kind of use some of the same things but have a nice twist to them, and then, you know, guess what? I only have to buy like more of the same vegetables that I typically use in like go-to meals. So I really like that. And then when I go to the grocery store and I check everything else, I don't have to go back and forth to the grocery store every week or multiple times a day. I got everything that I need. What else? We stopped buying juice like that, you guys, because our kids will douse some juice. They just, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I feel like all kids are kind of like that.
It does make sense because we done did it. I know I done did it.
Yeah.
And for me, I know when my mama made, or matter of fact, I was one of those kids that mom come home from work. You know your mom come home from work, your daddy come home from work, and they got that drink. That drink, and that little small little bottle. And they put that in the refrigerator. And you know you ain't had no sweetness at all through the whole day. You gonna go on that refrigerator and get 1, 2, 3 sips.
Yeah.
They don't recognize it. You come back again. 1, 2, 3 sips. They don't recognize it. And then what you do?
Then it get a little too low. You gotta put some water in it.
No. What I did, hey, Ma, you want this? She look at the bottle down here. So she know I done drink it. You can have it.
Hey,
that's how you get your mama and daddy drink.
Stop. No, listen. But they be drinking. He just gave y'all a whole plot. We grown now. We don't need them plans.
Oh, some little kid gonna go across this video.
Your kids do that. You gonna be like, no, you can't have the rest of my drink. You been drinking it
That's
already.
true. That's not true. That's not true. Yes, I done drunk my drink a couple times.
Yeah, he be eating all my food, y'all.
Yeah, eat all your hummus too.
He sure do. But okay, so evaluate your grocery list. Evaluate what grocery stores you're going to. Try new places. You guys, I know some of these places like Aldi's, they don't give you grocery bags. You have to buy them. But after you go for a while, when I first started going to Aldi's, it dropped my grocery bill from like $3.50, $3.40 to $1.79, and that was to every meal that we needed. $1.79 a month. Now we have another baby. He's getting older. He has a bigger appetite. And now we're eating like more plant-based, and so we're like choosing things. So now I would say, baby, we average like 2-3, right? If we don't get like snacks, all the other stuff, 2-3.
I'll say about 3.
And we really don't have to go out and get stuff.
I mean, at the end of the day, plant-based is not cheap.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but you have to find the right, like the meat that you had bought. I can't remember where you got it from. But she got some
Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. But the thing is we decided that we don't even like the fake meat. You know what I'm saying? So
we made our own.
Baby said that he liked the way that I make our fake meat.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
Yeah. So we do that, and guess what?
It's fluffy.
I know.
Meat tastes like fluffy.
He said, I don't like this burger. It tastes fluffy. This burger, it's too fluffy. It's too fluffy. I was like, get out of here, kid. Eat it now. First of all. But yeah. So that's it on the grocery bill. We talked about the energy bill, timers, consistent. So one other thing that we started doing was making sure that we kind of keep our house at the same temperature year round.
Yeah.
And I was bad for that because I am anemic and I'm always cold.
Yeah.
And I will be like, 75. Damn it, put it to 80 because I'm cold. You know what I'm saying? So I would be like that for real. Terrence would be like, it feel like Africa in Africa.
Yeah, Africa.
I would be like, I am. Shit, it's cold. But then he was like, no, baby, for real. You can mess something up. He started like teaching me for when we get our.
Yeah, you need to tell them what happened to the AC.
That ain't their business. I'm just playing. No. Okay, so what happened was I kept changing the thermostat and it broke. So not the thermostat, but the AC broke.
Up, down,
and
up, down, up, down. They were doing push-ups.
And actually, a pipe froze and there was a leak. And Terrence had to go outside. He had to fix that stuff, you know. And
yeah,
I broke it. And it wasn't just me. Because he would be hot and I would be cold. And then we would be going
back and forth. The thermostat was doing push-ups.
Right. So now we just keep it at a even, whether that's, I don't know what it is for y'all. For us, it's 70. We keep it at 70 all year round. I'll put an extra blanket on my bed.
Cold,
I will bring my blanket in the living room. I'll bring my blanket in the studio. I will bring.
I mean, it will probably go up to about 75 when they get like snowing outside or something like that. But other than that, if you're cold, put on a bundle of coat.
My kids be walking around with hoodies on. They got the strings tied. I'll be like, listen, it ain't that cold in here. It ain't, because I ain't cold. They just be doing whatever they want to do.
Because you don't want to go up and down. And
my kids are like me, though.
And then you start doing that, then you got somebody coming out, and that's $150. And then after that, they get done, you got a bill looking like $900. And now you're like, I wasn't expecting $900 to come out my pocket. So now, that's where we go back to living below your means.
Right. And it did help our energy bill for sure.
Yes, it did.
All right, so the next one is going to be no eating out or limit your eating out. So it seems like it's easy because, you know, we are not like a huge family. We're a family of 4. But
we're expensive.
Yeah, we are. And Terrence be like, girl, you went and picked up takeout and it was out there $60. I was like, baby, yes.
$60?
Yes.
You know what I can do? Because we look at y'all, we do not eat McDonald's.
No.
Okay. Now, you know what McDonald's can do with $60, right? Do a lot. You can do a lot. We're going to go to Cookout. Because Cookout ain't got nothing else for us to plant-based. I bought a burger when I was on the road. I bought a burger at Burger King. And it was the, what burger
Impossible Burger.
Impossible Burger.
That thing gave me a headache.
That thing was expensive, too. It's like $12. The meal, you look about $14.
You could have got a Bad Daddy burger for that. And I love Bad Daddy Beyond Burgers. So.
Yeah, they're really good too. They're expensive too. We spent about $60, $54 some change when we could have did that somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, and they didn't even include our drinks.
Exactly.
That was just the food.
It was just the food. But yeah, I mean,
it was. But doing that a couple of days a week is just not it. So what we started doing is we make it so our youngest loves to cook. So we make it a family thing. My oldest, he's like, Mommy, I want to learn how to make this so that I ain't got to wait on you to whenever you get ready to cook to make our food.
You know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
The oldest one is, he only want to learn things that
convenience
him.
Yeah.
He also want to learn things that he can just cook.
He's like a chef. He'd be like, Mommy, I want to know
get better at. Other one, he just sit there and be like, you know what? I want a grilled cheese sandwich. I want to make this on the stove. Can you show me how to do it so that we ain't got to wait for you?
Yeah.
That's how he is.
That exactly. So what we did is we started thinking about what do we got to taste for. We love Chinese food.
I love that. We got a wok. You gotta walk.
Yeah, we bought everything that we need. So I love sushi, so I make my vegetable sushi.
Yep.
And it's actually not bad, y'all. So if y'all want a recipe on how to like get like the sushi feel, I actually had a girlfriend come over and we made like plant-based sushi and she loved it and I was really happy about it. So and she actually started buying some plant-based stuff, so you know.
It's working on our.
Yeah, working on it. But so we started thinking about what are some of our favorite places to eat out. The kids love pizza, and you can get Daya cheese. Daya is really good because you can either get regular cheese if you don't want it, or if you're on the plant-based journey and you're like cutting out meat, because that's what we did, cut out meat first and then all the other products later. But so we started making, we went and brought a wok and we make all of our fried rice like that. I know how to make egg rolls. I know how to make I used to eat the crab ragoos if I feel like, because we're not like super, we're more like pescatarian. Like we'll eat.
We still eat.
Yeah, we just don't eat meat
fish,
primarily. So vegetarian, pescatarian, because we don't eat meat, but we still will have like some animal byproducts. I really don't like eggs. We eat just eggs and stuff like that. So cutting it out more and more and more.
Right.
But crab ragout, I know how to make those myself now. Baby, he knows how to do like the shrimp fried rice. All of that. We started making that ourselves, and it's dumb cheap. We was like, who? But let me tell y'all how I knew.
$10? Hold up. We spend $10. Well, I know I do. I love shrimp fried rice and chicken wings.
Yeah.
I would tear that up any day. Right now I would, but no, I can't. But you can get some rice. I prefer you get some white rice or whatever. Get your white rice. Get your whatever you want, peppers or whatever, corn or whatever you want to put in it. Whatever you feel like you want to eat with it. Throw your shrimp in there. Saute your shrimp. Boom. Throw that in there. And that's it. It's a lot cheaper. A box might cost you $2.
Yeah.
Rice.
Yeah.
Or if that.
Or you get the big bag. You can get the big bag.
$13. Don't get the delivery. You spend about $15
for one person. Not even a whole family. But and then you don't know what's in there. They got MSG, all that other stuff. That's not good. It's just crazy. It makes them sick. So it's just it's not good for nobody. But the truth is that whatever we love, we learn to make. And it feels so much better because guess what? We can have what we love to eat more often. We have a healthier version of that. And I feel like we're just happier. We spend more time as a family.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah,
but I was real skeptical about her chili. And I want to give it to her. It was immaculate, very, very tasteful chili. And I didn't even care for the meat.
Thank you, Bubba.
Whatsoever. I had a crunch. I had the beans.
Mm-hmm.
I had, chili is supposed to be a little spicy, and it was spicy, but a little bit of sweetness on the side. I got all those flavors in that chili, and it had no meat in it.
Yes.
And that is what I appreciate about chili. Plant-based chili is the chili.
First of all, let's reword that. That's what you appreciate about your woman. Because I can make you that. Okay?
Chili was good.
All right, y'all. So
it hit the spot.
Yeah. So I did. And if y'all ever want to share recipes, we can definitely do that. You don't have to Alright, y'all. So those are the tips that we have. Money saving tips for families, individuals, whatever. And Baba, you look kind of red.
It look like you with makeup on.
You mean without makeup?
A little makeup on. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Look at that. That's what happens when you be outside in that sun.
So yeah, you guys. So just want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for watching our video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll talk to you later.
We'll
Bye.
Be back again.
We'll be
See
back.
you soon.
Bye.
Bye, family.
Baby.
You can't use your face. You stupid.
got hair in my mouth.
Always got hair in your mouth, girl.
No.
You got him on hoop?